White Boy Radio back with another one, man. What's happening with it, with the people? So we got the Mongols, man. Don't know too much about this club. I do. I respect all bikers, man. I want to throw that out there. For most part, bikers have good causes. If you don't know, a lot of bikers, man, they do a lot of stuff local in their community. I do respect that. Leave it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. They do runs for kids. They do a lot of stuff. Okay, yeah. There is organizations that run drugs and whatever too. But I'm talking about the things that they do for the community, clubs and whatnot, not so much the gang part of it. Mongols is the enemy of Hell's Angels, right? There's an article here. I want to warn everybody before we get into it. It's not going to be a video I can react on. I'm going to read a little bit, but this is going to be the leader of the Mongols. Apparently in 2 decades, he's 52 years old. So since he's from 30 to 50, he's been in trouble a lot. Somewhere in that 2-decade amount of time, he was cooperating as an informant. Now, the whole club is on trial. And so what's happening here is they're asking for a retrial, I believe, because the fact that the head dude has been an informant to get himself out of trouble, it's almost a bias, if you will, because he's cooperated with the very same people that are trying to bankrupt this club. So I'll read a little bit of what it is. It says, the bikers group hopes to set aside a $500,000 racketeering conviction, alleging that its former president cooperated with the government during trial. In 2018, the government scored a victory of sorts. Prosecutors convinced a jury in California that these crimes were not just the result of individual bikers behaving badly, but the work of an organized criminal enterprise that had participated in a campaign of mayhem. The club was ordered to pay $500,000 in fines in what prosecutors hope will be a down payment on putting it out of business, tried to bankrupt them. But the group that was once the most powerful biker organization in the West, other than its arch rival, the Hells Angels, is returning to court next week, hoping to set aside the racketeering and conspiracy convictions based on what it says is new evidence about its previous leader, David Santillan. The Mongols are now claiming that throughout their attempt to defend the club in the long-running criminal case, their own leader was secretly talking to the government. That's got to hurt. Last part of it that I'll get to is this right here. So a petition for a new trial and reversal of the $500,000 fine. Ooh, they'll have to pay it. Which is scheduled for an initial hearing on Monday in the U.S. District Court in Santa Ana, California, claims that Mr. Santillan, 52, the head dude, covertly cooperated for years with a special agent from the ATF in explosives. In exchange, the club said its motion, the agent appears to have sparred Mr. Santillan. So, okay, and then it goes on the detail. So how they find out the dude is a snitch, how they find out the head guy's a rat, the president, the leader, the ex-wife. She apparently they have marital issues and she sprayed the dude. So this is pretty wild, man. Am I surprised? Are you surprised? Probably not. You might be hurt if you're if you're a mogul, if you're close to the mogul, maybe you feel hurt, right? But nothing surprises me, man. When this whole snitching thing, man, it's all over the internet. Everybody is snitching nowadays. It doesn't surprise me anymore. You got to do things by yourself, man. I could sit here and say I don't care who snitches on anybody because I hang with myself. As long as I'm not around you, then I don't care who you snitch on. Because you're not going to snitch on me because I'm not with you, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, old school rules should always apply. Be a man up, do your time. Yes, that's the motto. But unfortunately, man, the days that we live in, nobody lives by those codes. Nobody lives by those sense of values. And what do you say? Do you stand on your own too? Do you ride or die old school, or you just kind of roll with the punches and kind of understand these new times that we're in? I mean, snitching is the last thing that we have to worry about. There's documentaries. What is the female out right now? I mean, what? There's these new times that we live in are crazy. So that's just the way that I look at it, man. I don't tell anybody, but then again, I don't break the law. When I did, I never did. It's just nuts, man. Gangs, hanging out with the homies, friends. No bueno. Can have friends, but you have to have friends you don't break the law with. That's my advice to everybody. I'm not surprised this guy snitched. Wonder what happens with this case. I'd like to see them get the $500,000 thing reversed. They don't have to pay it. Of course, the ex-wife sprayed him. It's a pretty long and extensive story. And again, it's from the New York Times. So I'm going to put that in the description box. Check it out. Pretty wild story. Hell's Angels. I bet you they're really laughing now. But really, man, to be honest with everybody, the Mongols, there's a Mongol bar. I went to a Mongol bar. I went to where was this at? There's a Mongol bar. And I'm in Southwest Florida. There's a few Mongol bars over here, okay? Damn it, where's this bar at? I have a picture. If I remember, I'll put it in the end screen or incorporate it somewhere in this video. But, or maybe I'll post it. I've been to one, man. There, it's real chill in there. There was no beef. There was no, it was very chill, relaxed in there. I would go back. I think they own it and all. It's not too far from where I live. Yeah, they're strongest on the West Coast. You just don't hear about these guys too much in the news anymore. Either the Hells Angels, the Hells Angels, man, from what I understand, they do their thing. They do their thing to make money or whatever have you, and they stay out of the news. They stay off the radar, and probably the Mongols do too. You just don't hear about anything. When I hear of the Mongols, I remember the big fight on Bike Week when a few dudes got stabbed back in the day. It's all over the internet if you Google it. When they went to war, I remember that altercation. Other than that, I really don't hear too much about these guys. Head dudes to snitch. Again, it's coming from the New York Post. I was just talking to somebody about the leader of Proud Boys the other day. Enrique is his name. Enrique something. He's from Miami. He's the head. He's the leader of the Proud Boys. Okay. There was a smear. I don't know if it was a smear campaign or what it was, but they claim he's also an informant. And just like the Mongol guy on a federal level. Again, I don't know. Is that just a smear campaign? Because it was media pushed. It was that came from CNN. Who knows? Look, moral of the story is this new generation. Everyone tells on people. I don't know. It's not me. I'm not with it. Either you shouldn't either. Act right. Don't hang out with people that can tell. Don't do things that people can tell on you about. And then you just sit back and. I mean, every day somebody's snitching on somebody. It's just life. It's just the way it is. It's the world that we live in. You know what I mean? When crime is up, snitching is going to be at an all-time high. You better believe that. Look here, man. Subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay buster free. Shout out to the real bikers out there, man. And it's at Whiteboy Radio, all platforms. Catch y'all on the next one.
Could care less.